Hi everyone, I'm Martin and welcome to another great edition of MP Astro. Now for many of us, we face quite a difficult situation when it comes to pole alignment. And one of the things is with the pole alignment, you always got to make sure that you get your polar scope aligned so the reticle is correct, so when you spin the RA axis the reticle remains true and doesn't move out of position. I highlighted that in one of my Super Tune series, which is the EQ6 mount on part 6. I highlighted how to sort out that problem. Also, the main problem with pole alignment is we're not getting any younger. We find that when you try to look through the polar scope at the bottom, it does actually become quite physically demanding for a lot of people, and me himself included. Okay, we're not getting any younger, and when you try to kneel down and trying to angle the way, you have to angle yourself in a way to look through that polar scope, can be very, very tricky. And sometimes it's not fun to do. Okay, don't get me wrong, for a lot of us pole alignment can be a bugbear for a lot of people, but it's so crucial to get pole alignment precise, because you've got to be comfortable to concentrate more, and when you're comfortable you will be able to pole align a lot more effectively. Plus, pole alignment is one of those key issues where no mount can perform without it. Regardless what setup you have, pole alignment is key with best possible long exposure images. And the mount, if it's not pole aligned properly, it can seriously affect the tracking, and you'll get resulting images where you get a lot of star trailing in your images. So pole alignment is one of those very key factors that you shouldn't skip. Okay, if you're taking long exposure nebula and galaxies, you must do this procedure without a doubt. For a lot of us, pole alignment is quite tricky. Now there's other ways to combat this issue with the pole alignment. A lot of people like to use software and electronic components like cameras, where they are like a pole alignment camera, where you can fit it onto the mount, or you can use the finder scope or guide scope as a camera to do the pole alignment that way. Alright, so there are alternatives out there that are really good, really accurate, and they help a lot of images that want to set up the pole alignment properly. They're really good, and I have highlighted one of the videos with a polar line using sharp cap using the guide scope. Again, check out that video at the top. I highlighted that in quite good detail with the guide scope method. However, don't get me wrong, that a lot of this software and all these equipment that you pay for does add up, it does mount up, and it can be quite expensive. And I know that some of the polar cams, which are ideally suited for polar alignment, are very expensive. And don't get me wrong, they are very good for the price, but some people just haven't got the money to afford £300 for something that just does one thing only, and then that is it. So not most people can afford that. In this video, I'm going to show you a brand new product released by Skywatcher, and I'm going to show you this product in a lot of detail, and show you how it works, and give you some physical hard evidence of me using that device, alright, which you guys and girls appreciate. Because don't get me wrong, nobody likes to invest in a lot of astronomical equipment. You know, it all costs money end of the day, and these videos are here to help you guys and girls. If you see the product yourself, right, you can buy this item knowing that it's going to work out for you. So please hit a like on the video. Also, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe onto this channel. Also share this video out. Again, there's not many reviews on this product that I'm about to review, so sharing it out within the community will help to push out the video and share this review out. Alright, it may help someone else who's getting frustrated in polar alignment, and maybe this device might actually help them dramatically. Again, it's all about sharing the knowledge into astronomy and get people involved. And again, please hit the bell. Alright, I will, again, hitting that bell will keep you notified of any new videos which will be coming out very soon. So if you want to find out more about this brand new product that I've got from Skywatcher, please keep watching and let's do this. So we'll take a closer look on the Skywatcher 90-degree polar scope eyepiece. Now, as you can see here, that's all you get with a lot of Skywatcher products. You don't get nice fancy boxes, I'm afraid. But that doesn't mean to say it's not a good quality product. Now, I bought this from Rother Valley Optics for £79. The model number is 20135. Now, what this Skywatcher polar scope eyepiece will enable you to polar align your mount so much easier. Now, as we see in the box, you just got a decent manual, like so. Not a lot of information in there, and you get the eyepiece itself. Now, one thing I do also looking at it now, it's like a, it looks to me, it looks like a prison type optical device. Now, as you can see here, I do like there is 3 clamping screws. If we zoom in, we can see they've got plastic rubber tips in there, which are really good. Now, the good thing about these clamping things, because there's 3 of them, a lot of these polar scope right angle eyepieces are usually just come with just a single lock screw, or there could be a helical sort of like brass compression ring, which sometimes they slip. However, with the Skywatcher one, they've got the rubber tips with decent clamping screws all the way around. So that's really is a nice feature. I'm a bit disappointed that there is not any dust covers here, and I would like to see the actual product being in a case as well. Good quality build. It weighs around about, it's quite lightweight, probably about 150 to about 200 grams here, so it's quite lightweight. It is aluminium construction casing, and here's, you've got a rubber eye cup as well, which can fold away, which is also very good for spectacle wearers. So if you've got glasses, all right, you can fold them back and you can adjust it through, get your eye closer to the eyepiece. The nice feature on this as well is it can be rotated, and you can see here you've got audible clicks, so you can look it from that side, one click there, another click there, up there, that's 0 position, and then oh yeah, but oh okay, that's really good. You can click all the way around 360, so that's also a very nice feature. Also, there is a 1 and 2 times magnification here, which will boost up the image scale. Okay, so that's a nice little feature there. The quality build is really quite remarkable. Also, there is a focused positioning as well, so you can focus between the when you're looking at Polaris, you'll focus the image like so to make sure that your reticle is nicely focused on the polar scope and all that. So that's a nice little feature. Now, the internal diameter of this sleeve is 30.1 millimeter. So this inside diameter will fit any polar scope with 30.1 millimeter. Right, and it also has adjustment of +1 to 4 adjustments for your eyesight as well. So I'm guessing the adjustments are here somewhere. In fact, no, it could be this one. So there are adjustments for your eyesight as well. So like a binocular, where you got the plus and minus, there is an adaptation for you to adjust that. I'm guessing it's oh, that's also another nice feature. Now that's just by mistake. I didn't know it did that. Sorry about that, guys and girls, but that's really good. I've not noticed that one, but from the look of it, you can take this adapter apart and you can connect it up that way. So let me just put that back in. Yeah, it's alright, that was by mistake. I didn't even know it did that. But here, to clip it back on, there's like two little retainers here. So you can actually clip it on there, like so, and there you go. So that's also a nice feature. I didn't know that it did that. So you can actually take it apart and then put it back in, like so. And it clips in just nice and easy. So that's another nice feature, like a quick release adaptation. So really you could have this connected to the polar scope permanently, and all you have to do was just slide on this attachment and then off you go. So that's really nice. Also, the optics are high quality multi-coated optics on the eyepiece as well. Yeah, you can just see it now. Yeah, multi-coated, very blue coating on there. As you can see there's a nice blue multi-coat there. This eyepiece can attach and fit onto all Skywatcher mounts. That includes the EQ3, the EQ5, the AZ EQ5, the HEQ5, the EQ6, the NEQ6, the EQ6R, the AZ EQ6 SAM, and the Star Adventurer mounts. Wow, that is a mouthful. Alright, sorry about that. But yeah, it fits virtually all the Skywatcher mounts. And it may fit some of the Celestrons, maybe some of the Meade mounts. I don't know. As long as you've got the fitment of 30.1 millimeters on your polar scope, and to do that you just measure the diameter using a set of vernier calipers along your polar scope eyepiece. And if you check that, and again confirm it with your retailers as well, your retailers will be able to suggest you that idea. So when you set up your mount, make sure that the mount aperture, the dust cap's removed, and you tilt the telescope left or right 90 degrees so you get the clear aperture from your polar scope. You then, now as you can see here, I've got adjustment screws here for the reticle. Now I've done this modification on my last video at part 6 on the NEQ6 mount Super Tune. I've also done it on the EQ5, as you can see there, and these screws are permanently set. Okay, they're set to the reticle, which is now centered. Now we're just going to attach this polar scope. I'm also doing it one-handed, just bear with me guys and girls. And you just go wind these out. And this is my bad hand, I'm afraid. So just bear with me guys. Right, so there you go, you've got those plastic tips and all that fully exposed. And then we're going to slot this in like so. Also I need to readjust that a bit more. Gotta make sure that the tips are not in the way. Okay, so we're going to slot her in, and as you see, it's a very tight fit, and just got to make sure that, there you go, just bear with me, there we go. So yeah, you got to really wind them screws out. So I just lock these out down bit by bit, like so. So they're nice and secure. So okay, so you got that, and I like that nice feature where you can slide it in and out like so. That's really good. That I like that. That's a good little, nice little gadget there. So you can actually have this disconnected, and you can still look through the polar scope. All right, but yeah, you can just lock it in like that. There you go. All right, that's quite a smart little gadget there. So we're going to look through the reticle, and you should see. Right, so we're going to focus because obviously the reticle's out of focus. So I'm going to use this adjustment screw to focus the image through my mobile phone. Just bear with me, and there you go. Just bear with me. And as you can see there, we've got a very clear aperture, like so. It's really clear. So we've got a nice clear aperture, and I'm flipping over the 2x magnification, and as you can see, it gives you a much zoomed view. 2x magnification. I'm just going to focus the image. I've had to focus quite a bit, and there you go. Oh wow, with the 2x you can see the segments a lot better as well. So that's really a nice feature there we've got going. So yeah, you've got a nice feature there. So using the 2x, you can really adjust the pole alignment on there. So as you can see there, nice little features there. That's really good, that the 1x and 2x. So the 2x is really good if you want to get really precise pole alignment. All right, and you can really clearly see those segments as well. It's really nice. Also, I like you can tilt all the way to 360 degrees. Well, and with these clamps, because they don't mar the polar scope, they actually really are good clamps. So yeah, they're really good clamps them, and these are well secured. They're not coming off. So yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's really impressive. So the focus is really smooth, really good clamping force on there, which is really crucial on this type of device. And I do like this quick release. That is awesome. That's a nice little feature. So yeah, it just clips in there like so. So yeah, some nice features there. So we're going to show you how it looks with the polar scope right angle eyepiece. Alright, we're going to grab ourselves a chair, nice comfortable camping chair, and as you can see, I've sat down. The tripod and the mount is on the lowest position. So when you're using this optical device, first thing you need to do, like with most mounts, is rotate the deck axis until the aperture on there is clear. And usually it's around about at 90 degrees left or right position. Now this is on the minimum setting, and already here I can look through the polar scope and I'm not bending my back. Alright, and that's really important. Alright, this really makes it a lot easy for a lot of people. Alright, and as you can see, all I need to do is just look through it. I'm not bending my back, keeping my back straight. Sometimes I find if you hunch up close at your seat, you can see it better as well. So as you see there, nice and comfortable. And again, with this, I can adjust the axes left and right, and I can adjust it from here. And you can see I've got access to the controls of the mount, so I can adjust it now, azimuth or elevation. All right, and I can just view through the eyepiece, very comfortable. So really is a good asset there, really good. So I thought I'd just share this this demonstration, all right, to clearly show. Don't forget the mount's on the lowest position, everything's in the lowest position as possible. So ideally for you guys and girls, if you're quite tall, is just lift the legs slightly up, and you'll probably find that the eyepiece will probably go to about here. You know, it's really close to your eye. But very, very comfortable position. I'm not leaning down, crouching, which I'll show you now. Without it, I'll be crouching down like this. I've been bending my neck and my back and all that. It's really difficult. So this is actually a godsend for a lot of people. So I'm in the observatory and we're going to show you the polar scope setup. Now I'm sat on my chair, nice and comfortable, and I've got my NEQ6 and my mighty Maxtov 180. Now I'm going to show you how easy it is even on the biggest setup like this. Alright, first thing, like always, you tilt the telescope to 90 degrees until the aperture is clear from the polar scope. You then remove the cap, like always, and remove the bottom cap from the NEQ6. We're then going to get our trusty Skywatcher right angle eyepiece, and we're going to slot it in like so. And clamp it in, and already, I mean, it's on an 8-inch pier, and as you can see here, it's quite high up, but if you haven't got a pier, then usually it'll be a lot lower. So again, you can always adjust the legs up, alright, to make sure you get a more comfortable viewing. And as you can see, I look through the eyepiece on the polar scope right angle, and I'm not bending my back, alright, I'm keeping my head quite reasonably up, alright, and I can adjust on there, I can adjust the polar scope quite comfortable. Alright, no bending down my neck and all that, you know, doing my neck in, my back in, my knees. Alright, I'm on my camping chair, alright, and I'm just looking through like so, and I can just do all my adjustments on there and on here. Alright, really effective, a lot comfortable, and again, it's not a bad little device, to be honest with you. Yeah, it mounts on the NEQ6 really nice and snugly, and again, you can always take that nice little adaptation out and you can use it without it. Alright, you can use the polar scope that way, okay, but you can always put it back in like so, and it clips in, but it clips on there, and as you can see the polar reticle. We've just take a look through there, focus on the image, and there you go. And nice and sharp, even with, if I just go into number 2, and there you go. So 2 times magnification, you can really pop out the segments on there, which is really good. So when you use your Skywatcher SynScan app and use the polar scope feature, you can really home in on those segments and get Polaris lined up quite nicely. And yeah, it's a nice little feature. However, what I do like to share is that when I rotate the RA axis, I come across this. So I'm going to rotate the RA axis and I notice this, right? It's not rotating the reticle. So the clock face reticle doesn't rotate, which is weird. I don't know why that is. I think it's the prism that's erecting. That's probably doing a corrected image. But for some reason, I'm rotating the axis and it's not rotating the clock face. So it's weird. It really is weird because it's like I'm rotating it round and it's just not moving the clock face. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but we'll see anyway. See, this is very difficult trying to hold the camera phone to the polo scope because I don't know what it is. There's some eye relief, and as you can see there, we have got Polaris in the field of view. It's in the 6 o'clock position, and you can see the reticle's very clear, and you can see Polaris in the 6 o'clock position. Now this is in zoom mode. And this is, I'm going to switch it off to normal mode. So that's what you get from normal mode. So you get a wide field of view, but then you get Polaris appearing in there. So it's really good actually. As soon as you put on in 2 times mode, you can see the reticle really clear. And you can see Polaris at the 6 o'clock position, a tiny little dot. This is extremely hard trying to get this camera phone to focus to the polar scope. But if I was looking at that through the eyepiece, this would be a lot easier. But as you can see, it does work. I do like the 2 times magnification, and you can actually do your adjustments from the polar scope. So very clear. And very impressive stuff. So, what do you reckon, guys and girls, with the brand new Skywatcher Polar Scope right angle eyepiece? Now, don't get me wrong, there are some nice touches with it, and I do like the build quality. Absolutely amazing. Okay, I like how there's 3 lockdown screws, a decent rubber eye cup, loads of eye relief as well, most importantly. And I do like the function with the 1 and 2 times magnification clip as well. I also like the click on. It can be a bit stiff, but positioning the polar scope click on at certain angles is also a nice feature. However, to be honest with you, I don't think it's really that important. It's just an extra feature which I think it's not really needed. But I do like how there's there'll be adjustments for the eye as well. There's with the 4 clicks. That's also a very nice feature. The negatives, don't get me wrong, I would like to have seen some dust covers, dust caps for the over the eyepiece rubber cup, and also I like to have seen one to cover over the prism as well. All right. That's the other thing as well. The other feature is I don't particularly like, it does give it out the optical illusion. When you rotate the RE axis on the polar scope, sometimes when you do your clock face adjustment, if you've got the HM5 polar scope and you tilt it all the way around, I would like to have seen that some strange reason through the reticle eyepiece it doesn't show you actually rotating anything, which is really weird. I can't explain why it's like that. I think it's the prism that's doing that, that's doing the optical illusion. But when you try and tilt the RE axis, everything remains perfectly. The clock face on the reticle doesn't appear to be moving at all. It's very strange to announce that, but it can be a bit misleading sometimes. So what I found easier to set it up is try and get the clock face in that 12 o'clock position, so 12 o'clock upwards, and then position the polar scope that way, and then fit it in there and then do your adjustments. I think that's the best way to use that device. Also, the other thing is £79 I think is a bit on the pricey side. It could be a little bit lower, but bear in mind we are talking the optic, the build quality is actually quite good, and I'm not going to sacrifice build quality over price. Right? So a lot of good stuff, good build quality might hike the price up, which I totally get it. However, £79 might be a bit steep for a lot of people for what this item can do. But the other thing though, the good thing about this device, you can use it for other mounts. So you can use it for all the Skywatcher range of EQ mounts, alright? All the list is endless, right? It will fit those mounts, not a problem. But it can fit some of the Celestrons, maybe some of the Meade mounts probably. I don't know. Again, there may be some people got different mounts. So if you want to try out this eyepiece, try and confirm it with your retailer before you purchase it. If not, then you could buy it, try it out, and if it doesn't work, then you can always send it back to the retailer. But apart from that, would I recommend it? Yes, I would. I would give it 4 stars purely because of certain things that could be improved. Okay. Like the dust caps could have been in place. Another thing, it could be better if it was in a case, alright, a little nice presentable case. That will also be a nice little feature as well. Put it in a case, so you can, because don't forget it's a universal device, it can be used for other mounts. So I would like to have seen it being put in a nice little smart little case than just a tacky little cardboard box. And to be honest with you, there are some nice touches. The clamping system is brilliant. Don't get it wrong, it is a high quality product, but I would just wish the Skywatcher did a few improvements on the product itself. But it's not a bad product. It works really well, and it's a must for people that have got back problems or can't kneel down properly. Alright, if you're struggling with poor alignment, then this I would highly recommend for you guys and girls to purchase this item. Right, it's really good for that. Okay, but apart from that, it's not necessary. Alright, but for some people this product might be for you. Okay, if you like watching my video, please hit the like button, and again, if you're new to the channel and you just seen this video out, please subscribe onto my channel, and again, please share the video out. Again, utilizing sharing this video out will also help other people and share the knowledge and show what this product can do. All right, this might be one product that could help a lot of people out with poor alignment. And also, please hit the bell, because like always, I've got plenty of more video content coming out very, very soon. So watch this space, and you'll get notified if you hit the bell. So that concludes my video. I wish to say thanks again. Thanks for watching, and I wish you all clear skies.